Good day and welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, Nation's Voice Tower. My name is Angelo Himalayas, your anchor. I'll be doing more of analysis today because I have lots of issues to be deliberated on, and ready issues on the table. Of course, we've got viral videos for you and we have trending issues for you. Yes. Now, starting from the first and foremost, it's no longer news that the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal in the appeal court sitting today has been adjourned to the 17th of May 2023. Reasons being that the Labour Party Council, talking about Dr. Levi Uzoku, actually asked the tribunal to adjourn the proceedings due to one or two technicalities. But that's aside, back to the issue at hand right now. It is understood, or I understand, that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu, the presidential candidate of the APC and the president-elect, has jetted out of the country to Europe. Now, sources have revealed outrightly that Asiwaju is out of Nigeria to for a working visit. Let me quote Bayo Onanuga, one of his media aides, for a working visit. And then furthermore, one of his media aides, to one Tunde Rahman, also spoke to newsmen and said the president-elect is out of the country, preferably to Europe to be precise, to discuss business, or to discuss sort of investing sojourns or sort of business outlines with foreign investors, according to the aides or the media aides of the president. This is what I feel should not be sidelined with the wave of the hand. Why? Because a president-elect of a country cannot be absent while proceedings are going on. Proceedings, court proceedings that concern him with utmost fatality in these petitions that have been filed by the PDP and the Labour Party, respectively. So, why will Asiwaju jet out of Nigeria today by around 2:15 p.m. To really go to Europe for business? Now, what are the constraints here? Let us talk about the problems one by one. An activist, a human rights activist and a barrister or a legal practitioner, one Inibihe Effiong, has come out to call out Asiwaju on reasons why he has to jet out for a journey like this at this crucial time. Why? Now, this particular legal practitioner feels that Asiwaju, the president-elect, shouldn't just go out of the country unless there is something illicit that is yet to be discussed or is being hidden from the general public and to Nigerians at large. He preferred that there is no kind of constitutional right that the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu has to go out and begin to make positive moves and meet with foreign investors in the name of being the president of Nigeria, because he's yet to be sworn in, according to barrister Effiong. So, if what this barrister, who is a master in law, is really questioning the reason why Asiwaju should go out of the country, then there are hitches and there is something fishy somewhere. Now, let us rewind to when Asiwaju came back from France, to be precise, from his medical trip due to the petitions tribunal that was to sit in few days to come. Then, now Asiwaju, if you could remember, came back with a tag on his hand that has to, or that suggested that he was on a sick bed while he was away. So many Nigerians have, or this particular occurrence has sparked up reactions within or amongst Nigerians alike. Some of them are of the opinion that Asiwaju went out of the country to continue his treatment. Of course, people believe he's in the life support machine. Some still believe that he's out of the country to rest his head. Rest from what? Of course, we have lots of tourist sites in Nigeria. We have lots of hospitable places that really take hospitality to be their priority. So why will the president-elect, that is supposed to advocate for indigenous activities to be used to utmost use or utmost comfortability, why will a president of a country advocate to go outside the country to Europe precisely to rest his head? That cancels that particular assertion. So, if it is wrong that Asiwaju went out to meet with investors in the name of the Nigerian government, And if this premise is also wrong, that Asiwaju went out to rest his head due to one or two hectic occurrences as a result of the different sittings on the tribunal, talking about the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, that means it is only proper and by logic for us to conclude that somehow Asiwaju is outside the country on health issues. That is what my own take is. And if you wouldn't forget, the president of the country, President Muhammadu Buhari, is also out of the country. His own is glaring. His own case is so glaring that is now vivid that he's out of the country for his health issues. This time around, his teeth is said, or his tooth is said to have some hitches there. We'll continue to talk and we'll continue to see if our presidents or our leaders would not stop going or jetting in and out of the country when crucial issues are on ground. We've not heard of Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, go out of the country for any reason, right from when coalition was begun or coalition ended and when the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal started sitting, okay, at the Court of Appeal. We've not had the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Gregory Obi jet out of the country ever since the tribunal began sitting. Neither have we had the presidential candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party, talking about Alhaji Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, jet out of the country for no reason. We've not even had the candidate of the AA, talking about Omoyele Sowore, jet out of the country. So why is Asiwaju going to and fro from Nigeria to Europe? That only entails that there are matters of crucial importance that he needs to attend to, which makes me think that Asiwaju is so sick that he can't stand 3 weeks in Nigeria. He should make the polity stable and he should make the system cool if he begins or if he actually gains grounds to Aso Rock come May 29th. That is that. Let me talk about the next update. Okay, as a form of reply to the request by the council to the People's Democratic Party, Mike Zekome, Esquire, and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and the Labour Party council, talking about Dr. Levi Uzouku, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, about the Honorable Court and the Tribunal allowing members of the public entrance into the courtroom during proceedings, and then also about the complaint and request of Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the PDP, on whether if cameras will be allowed into the courtroom for proceedings to be aired live on national TV. Now, talking about this, the tribunal have ruled on this and it's positive, okay? And the tribunal have come out to say that, of course, people can be allowed to come into the courtroom for proceedings to begin for transparency and a kind of stable democracy. The tribunal, headed by Justice Haruna Tsamani, came out to even advocate for lawyers to really make space somewhere in the courtroom for members of the public and newsmen to come into the courtroom to really view for themselves and air with evidences. This is to foster sort of transparency in the proceedings taking place in the Court of Appeal, talking about the Presidential Election Tribunal. Let me allow you watch Mike Ezekome, who is the counsel to the PDP, and Dr. Levi Uzouku, who is also the counsel to the Labour Party. Let me allow you watch them reiterate what Justice Samani said on the issue of allowing members of the public into the courtroom for proceedings.
We will do all that we ought to do, leaving no stone unturned. And let me assure you that it will be obvious to Nigerians that we did our utmost best. And that election is the worst we have ever had in this country, the worst in Africa, perhaps the worst in the whole of the third world, and that is true.
Counsel to the People's Democratic Party believes the proceedings should be televised to give it more credence.
Public hearing means members of the public should be allowed, and the court got it right today when they saw that the whole courtroom was filled with only lawyers. They said no, but lawyers should try to create some space so that members of the public will also sit down and have and witness or watch what is going on. So this case is not just of national dimension alone, it is also of international dimension. The whole world is watching. They want to see how our justice system works.
If you're just joining joining us. This is still Nation's Voice, your most preferred YouTube channel. I'll urge you to make sure you like our videos. Don't forget to tap on the notification bell so you could get updates anytime we drop one. Don't forget to make our videos go viral. Watch till the end. Now, share these videos to people in Nigeria and in diaspora so YouTube could get to recommend our videos to people here and abroad. Now, first and foremost, my take on that is simple. There is no reason why the tribunal shouldn't allow members of the public into the courtroom, whether reasons being there is little or no space or not. Members of the public and newsmen should be allowed into the courtroom for proceedings to be seen as transparent and stable. Yes, this has been done over time in the past, and it's no longer going to be different right now in the future or in the present, because Justice Samani Haruna has ruled on that. Now, that is my take on that. Straightforwardly, I have something intriguing. This particular news update is different because I'm going to be doing a bit of analysis on this. Now, Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State has invited Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who is supposed to be from another party, to Rivers State to commission a project. This is no longer news because Governor Nyesom Wike is into the habit of inviting other politicians, both from opposition parties and so on, to come and commission project in Port Harcourt, the capital city of Rivers State. First of all, we saw when the governor of Kaduna State, talking about Governor Nasir El-Rufai, visited his friend and colleague in Rivers State for the commissioning of a flyover in Obiakpo. And then over time, we saw the invitation to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu, the president-elect, to come to commission the complex meant for the Nigerian Bar Association's chapter of Rivers State sometime 2 weeks ago, where Wike purportedly asked for a refund of all the flyover projects he has done over time. And if you wouldn't forget, Asiwaju replied him there to say, I owe you nothing. That is that. Why will Wike invite Peter Obi of the Labour Party, of all people, to come and commission a project? To me, I will tell you that Wike is playing like a two-faced man. Wike is playing like a two-edged sword, where this other side remains sharp and the right-hand side remains sharp. Yes, I will tell you that maybe Wike doesn't know where the tribunal is going to sway its judgment or where the verdict of the tribunal is going to go, because from all indications, it's now vivid and crystal clear that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinibu might not make it to the presidential seat come 29th May 2023. Now, for Wike to be on the right side after having been found wanting in one or two anti-party activities, purportedly and allegedly supporting APC in the just concluded general elections in Rivers State. So, I would say Wike is trying to also pitch his tent with the Labour Party so he wouldn't be found wanting at the end of the day. If you wouldn't forget, Wike has a pending case with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, over one or two money laundering issues, but that will be for another day. So, if you ask me, I will tell you Wike is playing a sort of high-class wisdom to see that he doesn't lose from both sides, even if Asiwaju doesn't get into Aso Rock. Maybe if Obi or any other person gets into Aso Rock, he wouldn't be left or found wanting in that aspect. That is that. Don't forget to keep a date with us tomorrow for more updates on Nation Voice Tower. See you next time. Bye.